Well, it's that time of the week again where we get to talk about brand new VR games coming out this week, new VR games coming out next week, and of course some of that juicy VR gaming news, keeping things oh so interesting. Of course though, as always, if you enjoy these videos, smash that like button, subscribe if you are new. It really does make a huge difference to these videos, and genuinely thank you for each and every one of you that take time to do that every single week. Now let's dive into new VR games this week. Kicking things off, we have Pirates VR Jolly Roger. Well, that's a long ass title, yes indeed. Now this has been out on PCVR for quite some time now, and it's finally made its way over to the PSVR 2. The cool thing about this is for you PSVR 2 owners, there's nothing really quite like this out on that platform as of right now. In this, you're going to of course play as a friggin' pirate, surprise surprise, and you're going to go through some really interesting story, going from the beaches to the caves to fighting terrifying weird creatures, all the way up to some dope boss levels and a bunch of puzzles along the way as well. This is one of those games that's like a straight 7 out of 10, easy to recommend. If you like this kind of thing and it's enticing you from seeing this trailer, then you're probably going to enjoy what you play in this. There's nothing wrong with it. They've made good use of the PSVR 2 as well with the haptics and of course the dope ass controllers that come with the PSVR 2. So this one is an all-round easy recommend. Next up we have Smash Drums that's finally made its way to PSVR 2 as well. This in my opinion is the best rhythm game that we currently have in VR. Now listen, I know a lot of people are going to be like, bruh, Beat Saber? Nah, bruh. I want to smash some drums, and that's exactly what this game gives me. Now, of course, I'm a little biased because I actually have my own drum set within this game as well, but that is not what sways my opinion. What really sways it for me is the music style. I like all of the music that they have in this game. Not only that, but it's just way more satisfying to me to get that freaking actual pump in your arms from smashing those drums, having an absolute freaking blast, and just enjoying yourself in, like I said, my own personal favourite rhythm game. And now it's on PSVR 2, an absolute no-brainer to pick up. Go buy this, get it in your life. If you like anything sort of rock, punk or anything like that related, then this is going to be easy recommend for you. Next up we had Tom's VR come out for the Quest platform, and well, here is my first thoughts and opinions on this game. Now I will say this right off the bat, initially after getting in there, the claustrophobic nature of this game really does settle in. Now it's exactly what this game is aiming for, is to make you really sort of like really play on that claustrophobic feeling that is inside of this game. You're going to be crawling through tunnels, you're going to be crawling through caves, you're going to be really feeling that squeeze sometimes. And on top of that, you're going to be doing some climbing mechanics in there as well, and you're doing all of this whilst trying to escape a horrific tunnel system because of monsters chasing you. Yeah, that's right. So it's not bad enough if it doesn't feel claustrophobic enough. Well, also, you'll die if you don't do it quick enough. And die you might. So this one actually caught my attention quite a bit when it first sort of released the trailer for it. And I think this one's actually kind of piqued my interest fully now after having played it. Now, is this a solid game? Honestly, no. It's got a little bit of jank to it. It's definitely got some points to it that are, you know, well, yeah, jank. On top of that, it's not graphically the most stunning game you'll ever play in your life, and the mechanics aren't exactly top tier, but what you do get when you play this game is good enough everything to give you the experience, in my opinion, that just kind of, you know, will set you on edge. Will you play this over and over again? Probably not, but if you're down to drop the cash that it costs for this game, and you're down to have maybe like 4 hours, maybe 5 max fun, then this one's going to be good for you. VR gaming news. Now we go into the VR news, and you know this is my favourite section of the videos normally on Fridays. I love talking about the cool stuff that we have going on virtual reality, but today we're going to be highlighting something that is not so cool, and it's actually something that makes me just sit there and want to rip my own hair out of my head and just go, why? Why and in what world did somebody sit there and say to themselves, I know what we need to create, a Smurfs game that's a tower defense game, is going to have pretty bad graphics. Maybe if we could aim for maybe PS1, maybe PS2, that'd be sick. On top of that, I would really like it to be as shallow as possible, around 20 levels, even though we're probably going to charge a bit for this game. So welcome to the Smurfs Flower Defense. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. You're actually seeing this. This is real. I honestly, it's very rare that I'll roast a game this hard, but like I said a minute ago, I just wonder, I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this. They're like, yeah, this would be a quick money spinner. Everyone loves the Smurfs, right? I mean, does anyone even care about the Smurfs anymore? I mean, even since their relaunch, like 10 years ago, I don't think people really massively cared back then. So the fact that they're developing a game for maybe 4-year-olds on a platform where you can't even play when you're that age, and the tower defense, which has proven to not be that wildly popular in virtual reality. On top of that, there's mixed reality, which also adds another layer of difficulty in selling this game because it's only now available on Quest 3 and 3S. And on top of that, we're also going to just use minimal effort, maybe just whip some assets out of, like I said, a PS2 game from back in the Dizzle. I just can't understand why this is going to be a thing. I'm sorry to waste so much of your time talking about it, because genuinely, I can't imagine any of you are going to buy it. If any of you are excited about this, let me know in the comments down below, unironically, if you're hyped about Smurfs Flower Defense. Now to talk about something that's actually good, Of Lies and Rain. This game really friggin' surprised me. Now, I was already looking forward to this game, as I spoke about earlier in this week about upcoming releases for 2025, and they've just dropped a demo for both the Quest and PCVR. Now, this game really surprised me. Graphically, looks very, very stunning on the Quest. I was actually genuinely surprised that this game just looks as good as it does, and it's still like a friggin' demo. This isn't even out yet, so we've got a little bit more time to sort of, you know, experience what the hell this is going to be like. In this game, you're playing in a post-apocalyptic shooter where you're going to be fighting and taking down an AI called ADE. This is like human forced underground situation, and now we're going to have the ability to switch between the digital world and the physical world to fight off this AI. Super cool, which I like anyway. I think it's a very dystopian, fun subject to be talking about. But on top of that, there's some freaking epic gunfights, puzzles, mind-bending sort of transitions between the realities, which I think really keep me personally locked into an experience like this. I'm really just looking forward to playing now the full version of this game. Go out and try the demo. It's free, obviously. It's a demo, so there's no reason to not dive into this one and just give it a go. Really cool. If you've got time over the weekend, give it a pop. Coming up next week, we have got some really good stuff coming up next week, and I'm honestly freaking excited, as you can probably tell, to talk about the fact that we have two really solid titles coming up next week. Kicking it all off, let's talk about Zombie Army VR. This is actually a game that I've slowly become more and more excited about as we've got closer and closer to release. Not just that, but like I said to you guys and girls many times at this point, this is one of those games where they have actually, hopefully, listened to the content creators that spoke to them over at Gamescom a good few months back, held the game off, and they're working hard to make this a good game. Fingers crossed it delivers. As of next week, I'll be actually able to tell you whether I think it's delivered or not, but I think this is going to be something to be excited about. Solo experience, it's a multiplayer experience. You're going to get in there and kill a bunch of Z's in a fun, crazy possible ways that you can do that. And not only that, of course, you got those freaking dope X-ray kills on top of that, which is going to allow you to do some very inventive stuff and of course have some fun with your friends while you're doing it. Next up, a franchise of a game that I bloody love, and that is Into the Radius 2 is going to be making its way to the Quest next week. I am so excited to be able to say that sentence. This game is freaking cool. Now, I love Into the Radius 1. It's one of my absolutely top games that I personally just always am telling people like, hey man, you should play this freaking game. It's dope. But now we have obviously the second game. I've only ever experienced this on PCVR up until now because that's the only platform it was available on. And now it's coming to Quest. I'm just stupid excited to see if they've pulled it off again. I mean, Into the Radius 1, when it came out on Quest, was really genuinely the full fat experience. And I'm hoping that they can pull it off with the second game. Not only that, but there's just so much more in the second game to offer. There's multiplayer if you want it. Personally, I really like doing this solo because I love that tension and sort of like almost horror aspect that comes with this game the entire way through playing it. But there's also like bosses now. There's a lot more to do. There's a lot more cool equipment. So there's a lot of reasons to dive into this one and just experience it. Get ready. I don't know if I'll cover this in this, like it's actually your own dedicated video. Maybe if you guys really want it, let me know in the comments down below. Say, Rhys, make that Into the Radius 2 video, and I'll make it for you guys if enough of you are wanting it. So yeah, let me know if you want to see that. If not, I'll still be covering it in next week's roundup video anyway to let you know whether it's good, bad, or freaking amazing, which I think it'll probably be. And that is going to do it for this video, guys and gals. Thank you so much for joining me on another one of our weekly roundups. I really appreciate you spending the time with me. You guys have supported these videos so much, and dang, just thank you. Keep on doing that though. Smash that like button. If you're new, of course, subscribe as well. It really helps the channel out. Other than that, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out. Have an awesome weekend, and let me know in the comments down below what you're going to play over this weekend. Peace out. Bye.